Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office. Today is the 7th day of November, 2025, and this is the morning briefing coming to you from the home weather office. And as you look out the window, well, it's a bit cloudy. As you can see here, it looks a little darker on that camera view than what my eyes see. Some clouds are going by, but nothing in the way of rain. It will be a dry day, but the clouds will keep temperatures down, but still a pretty nice day today. And as we head into the weekend, the weather looks good too. However, all eyes are looking at the end of next week. And today, it's really interesting. Today is going to be a bit of a cautionary tale about trying to make a deterministic forecast 7 to 10 days out. And by that, I mean trying to nail down, it's definitely going to rain next Friday, or it's definitely going to rain next weekend. If you're seeing headlines that are saying that, if you see an app that says, I can't do such and such next weekend because it's going to rain, well, this chat today is for you because there's a lot of uncertainty out there. It's really interesting what's been happening for the last 24 hours or so. This is the way it looks this morning, and this is the cloud cover I'm seeing outside the window from the home weather office. Looks like there's also a little bit of fog in the valley beneath that, but I just checked all the radars. There isn't anything in the way of rain here. Wouldn't be surprised if somewhere here on the west slope we're squeezing out some drizzle, or maybe up here on the coast as well, but all of this is just going to kind of go by and not really do anything for us. We'll have a mixture of sun and clouds as we go through the day. But it will be dry, and we will stay dry right on through the weekend. We're going to stay dry because we're actually going to see a nice little ridge build in, as you can see here. Now, this is the 6Z run, and the reason I am showing you that is because the 12Z run from this site isn't completely in just yet, and the reason that's important is we are seeing a lot of changes from one run to the next, but not for the short term. For the short term, we see this big ridge build in. So this is Sunday. The weekend looks like it's going to be really, really nice. And then we have this cutoff low develop out in here. And then behind it, we have another low develop here. This is into the day on Wednesday night and into Thursday. And then eventually some of this opens up to come our way to bring us chances of rain. And this is what the models are spitting out from time to time to bring us chances of rain. All right, so let's start shorter term, and I'm going to show you the NAM, and I'll back up to the beginning here. This is through the day today and going through the weekend. Yeah, nothing in the way of rain. The 570 thickness line keeps building to the north, which means temperatures get warmer. It should be a very comfortable weekend to be outdoors, especially for the early part of November. Really, really nice. So again, let's just get that out of the way. The weekend looks nice, and this is even into Monday. Monday looks good too. All right, so let's switch out to the GFS. And let's see. The GFS is out to 252 hours now. It goes out over 300 hours. So we'll see how this comes in. But actually, that's why I'm a little bit later this morning than I usually do this. Right now it's 8:40 in the morning. I wanted more of the 12Z run to come in of the GFS. All right, so same thing. We are dry through the weekend. This is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We are dry, but you do start to see some rain pop up here to the west. This is Thursday morning right here. Looks like we could have some light showers in the area, but since the main energy is going to be out off the coast, it looks as though, at least for the valley, if you're taking this run at face value, you would see some nice rain on the north coast, a little bit less inland, and you'll also note that you're not seeing really anything in the way of Sierra snow. Talked about that yesterday. So this is Thursday evening. Into the day on Friday, we have showers. Now watch what happens as we head into Saturday. This is a week from tomorrow. Saturday is dry. Sunday is dry. get into Monday, and some light rain passes through the area. Now, this is as far out as this model goes right now. So this is Monday evening. We have some light rain and maybe some light snow. But let me back this up to, let's just say Sunday. Go to Sunday morning, just to pick one random time frame. And again, this is the 12Z run, just picking one point in time and looking at the different models. So this is this morning's run. What about the run 6 hours ago? Oh, well, that's Sunday morning. That looks different. What about the 0Z run last night? Well, that looks different. What about the 18Z run yesterday? Well, back to some rain. And what about the 12Z run yesterday morning? Also completely different. So that's why I say, if you're trying to make a forecast for next weekend and you're looking at your app and it says, we're going to see a lot of rain next weekend, well, not so fast. I'm taking you to the end of the 12Z run from yesterday morning. I'm going to show you total rain. This is the total rain through 384 hours. Okay? Nothing in Sacramento. A couple of inches up on the north coast. So again, that's yesterday morning's run. Yesterday morning, the chat I did yesterday, 6 hours before, showed 5 inches of rain in Sacramento in that time frame. 6 hours later, it said none. So how's that for a 2-week forecast? You'll get anything between 0 and 5 inches of rain. Yeah, super helpful. I'll go to the 18Z run. Yeah, that came back to 4 inches of rain. The 0Z run, that went down to 1 inch of rain. The 6Z, back to almost 5 inches of rain. And then the 12Z this morning isn't as far out. This only goes through Tuesday, but it shows less than 1 inch of rain. So that's why I say that if you're seeing headlines about next weekend and the headlines make it sound like this is a sure thing, that we're going to see a lot of rain starting next Thursday and lasting through the weekend, et cetera, not so fast, as Lee Corso used to say. Not so fast, because we are just seeing so much difference from one model run to the next, and because we're talking about things that are 7 days plus out, you really can't nail anything down. What you can nail down right now is the weekend looks nice, and up through Wednesday, we are dry. Now, just to be a little bit more complete, let's go back to the models. And let's go back to the precip. I'm going to go back to the 0Z run last night, and let's go back to the precip type. And I'll back it up a little bit. And we're going to look at the euro because we'll get, another opinion here, if you will. All right, let's see what the euro looks like from last night. We're dry through Wednesday. There's the showers going through on Thursday, Friday. This is Friday. This is Saturday, Sunday. Keeps the party going into Monday, and then there's a break. Total precip from this one is at 4 inches. The 12Z run before that was at 2 inches, and the 0Z run before that was at 3 inches. I will say that the euro has been a bit more consistent, and we haven't seen the run-to-run changes that we've been seeing with the GFS. So many of you will often ask, well, which one's right? Well, we don't know which one is right. What we can tell you at this point, again, we're looking at next weekend, and meteorologically, that is a long way out for something that, especially evolving like this with a variety of cutoff lows off the coast, which are really tough to time. So, what we try to do is to take it slowly. And yeah, I know there's, the app on your phone will give you a 10-day forecast, but, a 10-day forecast at this time of year isn't worth the time it takes to click on it to open it. It just isn't. And some of you may like your app, and if you do, great. If it works out for you, great. However, I wouldn't be making any plans based on what that app says for next weekend at this point. So what we can tell you is there's a chance of unsettled weather for the end of next week. Is it going to rain on Saturday morning for the plans that you have right now? We can't tell you, and nobody can. They can tell you, but it's, can't tell you. I mean, they could also tell you next weekend's lottery numbers. Let's put it that way. So yeah, that's what we've got right now. And so if you do have plans for next weekend, a little patience. This will resolve itself, especially as we get closer to the early part and middle part of next week. This should be resolved quite nicely. But just know that there is still uncertainty about what may happen toward the end of next week. So in the meantime, it's Friday. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Get outside and enjoy it. It's going to be nice. And then we'll worry about next weekend when we get closer to it. So that's everything I have for you on this Friday morning. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.